Welcome to Days Behind, where we unveil the trivia and stories behind holidays and national days. Losing a baby tooth is a significant milestone in a child's life. It signals growth and change, which can sometimes feel a little unsettling for a young person. National Tooth Fairy Day provides a gentle framework to acknowledge this natural process. This special day is celebrated twice each year, on February 28th and again on August 22nd. It offers families a wonderful and warm opportunity to honor this small but important transition. The day itself is not about grand gestures or elaborate parties. Instead, it is a quiet, reassuring nod to the magic of childhood and the simple physical changes that are part of growing up. It's a chance to create a positive memory around an experience that might otherwise cause a small amount of worry or discomfort for a child. The core of this tradition is, of course, the Tooth Fairy herself. In folklore, she is often imagined as a kind and gentle sprite who visits children while they sleep. After a child has carefully placed a lost baby tooth under their pillow, the Tooth Fairy quietly arrives. She collects the tooth and, in its place, leaves a small token of recognition, usually a coin or a small bill. The primary purpose of the Tooth Fairy tradition is to help reduce any fear or anxiety a child might feel about losing their baby teeth. The sensation of a wiggly tooth, the small amount of blood that might appear, the resulting gap in their smile. The Tooth Fairy story masterfully reframes this experience. It shifts the focus from physical discomfort to a magical, exciting event. Instead of worrying about the tooth falling out, a child can anticipate a secret visit and a small treasure left behind. The story gives them a sense of control and positive expectation, turning a scary moment into a celebrated rite of passage. This tradition also encourages good dental hygiene. If the Tooth Fairy prefers clean, healthy teeth, kids are motivated to brush and floss more often. Parents can weave this into the story, leaving a small note praising good care. Positive reinforcement beats nagging. It links the daily habit to magic, making brushing feel special, not a chore. That builds a positive relationship with oral health early, setting up lifelong habits. While the Tooth Fairy is a beloved figure in the United States and in other English-speaking countries, the tradition of marking the loss of a baby tooth is a nearly universal human experience. Many cultures have their own unique customs and characters. These traditions show people everywhere want to help children navigate this step with joy and courage. One common variation features a small animal instead of a fairy. Different cultures use familiar, gentle figures from folklore to create comforting stories for children and families. In France, children expect a visit from a little mouse. In Spain and parts of Latin America, he is called Ratoncito Pérez, Pérez the mouse. Much like the Tooth Fairy, this mouse collects the lost tooth from under a pillow and leaves a small gift in its place. In France, the character is La Petite Souris, the little mouse. The core idea is the same. A small, gentle creature makes the moment magical. The amount of gift the Tooth Fairy leaves has changed over time. In the early days, a nickel was common. A dime was also common. Today, the going rate can vary widely from family to family and region to region. Some surveys suggest the average is now several dollars per tooth, but the tradition isn't about money. The magic is in the exchange itself. A simple coin, a shiny token, a heartfelt note, all can be just as meaningful as cash. Finally, the Tooth Fairy is a pop culture icon. She's appeared in books, television shows, movies. Sometimes she's a classic Tinkerbell-like fairy, other times a business-like collector running a large operation. Celebrating National Tooth Fairy Day, or any day a tooth is lost, does not need to be complicated or expensive. The most memorable celebrations are often the simplest ones, filled with personal touches and care. One lovely idea is to leave a tiny note from the Tooth Fairy along with the coin. This note can praise the child for being so brave and for taking such good care of their tooth. Writing it in very small handwriting on a miniature piece of paper can add to the magic. You could even add a small sprinkle of glitter on the windowsill or near the pillow, creating a trail of fairy dust for your child to discover in the morning. Another creative idea is to create a special tooth receipt or certificate. This can be a small, official-looking document that thanks the child and confirms the exchange. For children who enjoy stories, leaving a small book about dental health or a storybook about the Tooth Fairy can be a wonderful alternative or addition to a coin.